Welcome back to One-on-One Sports Webcast. I'm your host, Connor DelPrete, here at the desk with my NBA experts, Thomas Hale and Mason Stalph, to hand out some Twitter hashtags to 4 different topics surfacing in the association during this 2015 NBA playoffs. So let's start. First of all, Toronto GM Masai Ujiri cursed out Wizards forward Paul Pierce because Paul Pierce said that the Raptors don't have it to win this series, and Ujiri was thus fined $35,000 for this explicit comment. Okay. What's your hashtag, Thomas?
All right, mine, all bark, no bite. And that's because he's saying all this stuff. Paul Pierce is out there balling out. He scored 20 points in the first game. And I think that they're just going to talk all the time, and the Raptors need to win. They're not doing what they need to win. The Wizards beat them, obviously. And so this is just a distraction, like you just said. All bark, no bite. That's what I'm going to go with. Right.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Thomas. I'm going to go with don't fuel the fire. Coming into these playoffs, Paul Pierce was offensively horrible.
Yes.
Now, you make these comments, and suddenly Paul Pierce comes in. 20 points, 4 boards, a block, and a steal. Leads the Wizards in scoring on a team that has John Wall and Bradley Beal. Right. He shouldn't be leading this team. Your GM makes these statements, now he looks like an idiot.
You know, I got to agree with both of you. Mine is hashtag WizKids, hashtag you can't handle the truth. Next, we're moving on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their big three, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron James, all struggled a bit towards the end of the regular season. There were some doubts as to whether they could pull it all together. But versus Celtics, they had 69 points combined, and it looks like a revamped Celtics team. Mason, what's your hashtag for this?
My hashtag for this is hashtag feast on the East. Honestly, this Cavs team looks great, but I also don't think that they would be as great if they weren't in this terrible Eastern Conference this year. Yes, they're going to end up blowing out the Celtics. I'm wearing my green and gold tie because I want the Celtics to win. Not going to happen. The Cavs look so good, so offensively sound right now. I don't necessarily think it's going to translate when we get to the NBA Finals. I still have the team that comes out of the Western Conference winning this, but right now they're going to feast on this Eastern Conference. They're just not good enough.
Right.
Okay. Mine is teamwork makes the dream work. Now, throughout the season, we know that every time the Cavs would play, one of their players would do really well. Kyrie would go off, LeBron would go off, Kevin Love wouldn't go off as much, but he'd go off every once in a while. But now I think they've all clicked together. I think in the playoffs, they want to win the championship. They want this thing to work out. So now they're coming together. They're all going to play really well now.
It's going to make the dream work.
Let's see.
Mine was hashtag baby Bron for LeBron and hashtag Believeland instead of Cleveland. Next, we're moving on to the Pelicans. Coach Monty Williams stated the noise level at Oracle Arena was too loud, and he says, and I quote, "I'm not so sure the decibel level is legal." And I'm serious. The Pelicans lost the opening game and the game last night to the Warriors and are now down 2 games. Okay. So, Thomas, what's your hashtag for this statement?
All right. Famous movie back in the day called The Warriors. In The Warriors, there's a quote that says, "Warriors, come out to play." So my hashtag is Pelicans, come out to play.
I like that.
Here's the thing. Pelicans are not performing well. As you know, they're down 2-0. They need to come out to play. They need to win some games, and they're just getting destroyed right now. I don't care what the excuse is with the crowd noise. That's just the crowds being excited because the Golden State Warriors are dominating the Pelicans.
6-man.
Exactly.
All right, Mason.
I'm going with hashtag, are you kidding me? I mean,
Come
really.
on, man.
You're coming in to face the best team in the NBA. You should be focusing on the Warriors, not their fans. I can tell you that if this was the Pelicans' home stadium, the coach should be perfectly happy having the loudest fans, yet he's here criticizing the Warriors fans. And now you really think that after you make these comments that the Warriors fans don't come out in Game 2 and are even louder just to spite you for this comment? It's ridiculous. You're playing horribly in these first 2 games. Steph Curry did not score in the 4th quarter last night. So you have an opportunity. You're not playing well enough to win. Don't make these comments.
Yeah, exactly. Mine is hashtag the brow too loud, hashtag to my boy Lil Jon. Turned down for what? Next, we're on to the Western Conference. We have every matchup has been very tight and very competitive, except for that first game between the Grizzlies and the Trailblazers, and then the Clippers and the Spurs, in which they both kind of dismantled them. So what is your hashtag to describe this Wild West playoff so far, Mason?
I'm going to go with hashtag 8-1 seeds. I said this when I was talking about the Cavs. I have whoever comes out of this Western Conference as winning the NBA playoffs. So I really think that all these teams are so good. You have the Warriors, you have my goodness, you have the Warriors, you have the Clippers, you have the Spurs, you have the Rockets, you have the Mavs, you have a very good Pelicans team. These are all incredibly good teams. Anyone can beat anyone on a given day. In a best out of 4 out of 7 series, you're going to see a lot of Game 7s in this Western Conference. I cannot wait to see. I have 8 1 seeds in this Western Conference.
Okay.
All right, Thomas.
Mine is, it ain't over till it's over, and this is why. As we know, Portland got destroyed by the Grizzlies. The Spurs got destroyed by the Clippers. But once again, it ain't over till it's over. These are 2 great teams. They're not going to perform like that all the time. It's going to be a much tighter race the next couple games. So once again, it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, and I'm kind of combining both years right here and doing hashtag Aerosmith, hashtag same old song and dance. Because this has been happening all regular season down to the wire with the playoffs. And that's our final one. That's all the time we have for this block of NBA hashtags. Up next, I sit down with our soccer experts to review what has happened so far in the Champions League.